Saw this idea on YouTube, thought I would try it. Let's see how it works for composting in place. Cut the pop bottle label off, wash it up, and then cut around the top about 3/4 of the way, so you do have a little bit of a flap that will keep your food in place. Let's see how it works. All right, you guys, today is the 18th of May in Zone 5, and can you see what I did here? Can you see the pop bottle bottoms? And oh, this one I put underneath a little bit of paper towel. So let's go over here and look at these real quick. And I just filled these up with beans because I had cleaned my cabinets out, and you can see how well those sort of snap back, and we still have a pretty good seal on them. I cleaned my cabinets out in the winter, and I thought, well, I'll just keep these to put in the compost. Obviously, I covered them with beans and leaves and some dirt. Okay, and here we've got the beans down here. I'm not seeing any worms at this point, but this is about 3 days in. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that because it's gonna keep that cool for us. Same thing. And you can see at the sides over here that I've got some beans. This should have been planted a little bit more down. So I might need to come out here and adjust that, or I'm just going to see how it works. This is sort of a little bit of an experiment. But you can see how well this one is hidden. And when things grow up, because I also planted a watermelon, I think, in here, I'm not going to be able to see this. Okay, let's see how it goes, guys. All right, you guys, today is June 14th, and I want to talk real quick about these recycled bottles for putting your compost in. I do not keep, oh, look at that. See all the liquids coming back out of that? This is beans. Something's rolling around in here and moving, which is good. That's the point of it. But you can see that's kind of a narrow hole. Honestly, I don't like this, because if you want to put more stuff in here, this flips up nice. There's no problem with that. But I would have to chop everything up super little, and I'm not interested in that. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, this one's sunk down, so that's fantastic. Okay. Now, if you are somebody who's already doing that, this is going to work great for you. Ooh, that one's really sunk down. Can you see that beyond this? Yeah, that looks great. Initially. But then you're going to have to chop that up, bend down. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought I had one more over here. I thought I had 4 out here. Oh yeah, right here. All right, and our herbs here. Oh my God, that rosemary. Oh, look at that. Look at how wet that is. But it did rain pretty horribly last night. So that's another potential problem. It's June 23rd. And if you notice, my mom was nice enough to chunk up this little cantaloupe here, which was a total surprise. So I went ahead and I filled them up to the top of where the cut is in here to see how well that does. And I can already see that a fly was just trying to get into this one. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to come out here tomorrow and these are going to be all dug up, since it has such a sweet, fragrant smell to it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give that a try. She's the one who cut them up into pieces. Personally, I am about ready to rip them out because when you do water, like the one down here, it smells because that water goes up, and when you lift that lid, it stinks. There's really no way to really release that. I personally love to compost this way, and that is dig yourself a hole, put it all in here, and you can see I've got big chunks in here. The worms are going to take care of it. I've got it next to some plants here. However, this will probably be the end of it because number one, those are big there. It's going to take them a while to eat that and break down. Number two, I do not want to interrupt any of the root systems of the tomato that I have next to it and the zucchini that I have next to it. So it's in the middle, and this will really need to be the end of that for the season. Now, the reason why I thought I would try that system out is it's only June. So once these holes get dug and these plants start to grow, I feel like I'm wasting my kitchen scraps at that point, which I hate to do. So these bad cats. So that is really why I thought I would give that a try, but I feel like it might be more irritation than what it's really worth. Hey guys, today is the 26th of June, and I just want to see how that melon did. And it has shrunk down, but it has gotten moldy because it's hot. And it's kind of in an airlock. Not really that much though. That's what I'm expecting the whole way down. Yeah, look at all that mold on there. And it's definitely dried up because it's in like a mini greenhouse. Oh yeah, and this one is really moldy. And let's see here. Can you see that back in the back there? It's got all that water. So I'm not liking this at all. Not at all. I thought about completely removing the top. I'm just going to take this out. Okay, let's see. I'm not seeing worms, but I'm seeing lots of bug activity. Okay, let's just, I don't see any worms in here at all. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. So I think this is over with because that's freaking diaper. So I have all 4 of them up now, and I can smell the stench from all 4 of them. I did not see one worm in anything, but you can see there's already like fly activity around them. And I mean, it all just looks like rotten food, basically. And down here, so yeah, not a success. So if you're ever wondering if you've seen that YouTube video yourself, yeah, don't like it. I thought about possibly taking this all the way off and cutting that about right here to where you just have a tube to where it's not so narrow, and all I really have to do is put this food in. But if I don't have a cap, that means that, you know, a raccoon or something at night can just come in and take what it wants, and it's really not going to fulfill the purpose of composting when I run out of space, because I like to compost in place and dig. So when I run out of that, that was really why I did this. So I had little pockets that I could still be making my kitchen scraps useful for. Work, guys. It does not work. I also thought maybe the same thing with a 2-liter bottle, but then I would have to like put a dome on top of that. But that is probably also gonna create even more of a tight airlock, to where that food is really probably just going to bake in the sun and create some of that rottenness. Unless you want to take your food And also mix it in, not your food, but your scraps, but mix it in with things like grass and leaves and dirt. Yeah, I really don't have time for that. I'm not interested in that. That's why I compost in place with my kitchen scraps. So that really would not be advantageous to me. All right, so I hope that you like, subscribe, and comment. And you know what? Sometimes things that you see on YouTube just don't work. So I've done the work for you. Unless you can figure out a way to modify this. But and it might work for you. It's not gonna work for me because I very much like to compost in place. Do you see all these flies? Ridiculous. Use a 2-liter. You might be able just to put like a whole banana peel in there and not have to worry about it. If you're a coffee drinker and you have the grounds, I'm not, that might cut down on some of that stench. But again, I see not one worm in there. And when I checked it before, not one worm. So, okay, here's the other thing that I want to say about this. When you are just dropping your scraps in there, there's no dirt. I mean, like I said, you can put some dirt in there, but there's no other ground if you don't have this mixture right for it to sort of sink into and for it to absorb and neutralize it. This is plastic. It's hot. It's heating up. The ground is cool and absorbent and mothering, and you just do not have that in this. This is not forgiving. Composting in place, directly in the earth, is very forgiving. I'm done ranting about the fact that it doesn't work and that this system, no matter how I try to run through it in my mind, probably isn't going to be the best for me. Okay, please subscribe, like, comment, kisses.